Nearly 10 years after Hurricane Rita spun a path of destruction across southeast Texas, the hurricane is teaching us new lessons.
Rita was the strongest hurricane in the Gulf with 180 miles an hour winds before it hit southeast Texas September 24th, 2005. When it struck, the wind backed off to 125 miles per hour. KFDM's Dixon reports on what inspired one teacher to believe the town could recover despite all that damage.
If you lived in Sabine Pass more than 10 years ago, the view was a lot different.
We had, the stores, we had hardware stores, we had a lot of things here. And after Rita hit, nothing.
The town now scattered with newer buildings, homes, a community center, and a fire station. Reminders of Hurricane Rita's destruction a decade ago and the community's rebirth.
I'd been working here all of 6 weeks, and then Rita. It happened.
Andrew Bates is a high school principal. He just started working there as a teacher when Rita devastated the community.
It doesn't seem like 10 years, looking back at it.
He evacuated to Dallas, and when he came back, there was little left standing.
This area looked like a tornado had gone through. This area looked like it had wind and water. And then you got to Sabine Pass, and it was everything. There were barges on the road, on the highway. There was huge tanks that had just been ripped up from their moorings and, crashed through houses.
Schools were closed for about 6 weeks. During that time, he had doubts if students would ever walk these halls again.
It wasn't just, oh, when can they come back because they've evacuated like I had and, needed to make their way back, but what were they going to come back to? Because so many had nothing to come back to or had a house that was not going to be livable for a long time.
Through the leadership of Christy Hyde, who was the principal and is now superintendent, the district recovered and helped the community recover too.
What it did was let me see who they really were and let me see all the things that they were capable of overcoming. And that was, it's hard not to be inspired by that.
An inspiration that led Bates to move to Sabine Pass, where as the new principal, he'll oversee the largest class to graduate from the school.
So I think community kind of encapsulates just what everyone did, what everyone felt, and how everyone got through the aftermath.
In Sabine Pass, Dixon, KFDM 6 News.
About 400 students attend the Sabine Pass School. Every year it ranks high on state testing and other guidelines, and it attracts a lot of families to the district.
That's good stuff.